So I saw The Circle today, and Jesus freaking Christ, this movie was so damn boring. Now, I get the concept they're going for with this movie. They say, oh, well, what if social media gets too big? And really, it talks about invasion of privacy and what the lines are between that. But this, this movie just it blurs the lines, but it really makes you question, like, what? What is the movie about? Well, the movie is about this girl named May, who she's down on her luck looking for a job, and her friend Annie gets her a job at this social media monster known as The Circle. And it's like a play on I guess like Facebook and Google. It's basically if Google and Facebook had a baby, it would be The Circle. And it's like it's one of the biggest companies in the world. Everyone wants to work there, and yada yada yada. And she starts questioning whether privacy goes too far, and stuff happens. Well, let's start with the things I liked. I mean, some of the performances are good. Karen Gillan plays Annie, May's friend, who was played by Emma Watson. Karen Gillan was good. Johnny Boyega, for the total of maybe the 10 minutes that he's in this movie, he was good. Emma Watson was okay, but to be fair, Emma Watson's not that great of an actress to begin with, so she was passable. And really, the cinematography was good. Now, let's get into the majority of this. What was bad? Well, first of all, like I said, this movie was so damn boring. I almost fell asleep. I was so... it took a good concept and just made it such a bore, such a drag. I couldn't believe how dry this movie was. And then, like, they start introducing new concepts to this social media platform that are so absurd and so bad that I'm like, there's no way people will be okay with this. There is just zero chance that people will be okay with this. Like, for example, this isn't a massive spoiler, right? This is not a spoiler. One of the concepts they're introducing is a thing called Soul Searcher, which means you can go to the followers that are on The Circle and ask them, oh yeah, well, what you can do is you can look for someone, and whether they can be a convicted felon, you can look for someone, and we can go through all the users on this site and see if the users can find them. And in the example they do, they find him within 10 minutes, and the convict or the felon gets arrested. But they're like, it has to rely on someone like really paying attention to their phone. Yeah, like everyone is like, their phones are like glued to these people's hands, and like, oh yeah, I found the person. There he is. Okay, well, then they're like, okay, well, let's try to find an everyday person. Well, it happens to be one of May's friends who she kind of lost contact with, who the social media platform people aren't a huge fan of because he made a chandelier out of deer antlers, so everyone was calling him a deer killer, so they want to find him and harass him. So what happens is they find him at his house, but like it's like 7 random people that like run up to him, is like, oh, I found him, we found him, May, we found him, and like holding their phones as they're chasing him. And then he wants to get away from that, understandably, like they're basically the paparazzi. He wants to get away from them, so he takes off in his car, but then like 5 people chase after him in like cars, dirt bikes, and drones. I look at this, I'm like, this is so stupid. It is so dumb. I'm like, this is not... And then one thing I didn't like also is this movie marketed itself as saying, yeah, Tom Hanks is big in this movie. Tom Hanks is in maybe 3 scenes the entire movie, and he's, like I said, he's barely in it. Patton Oswalt is in the movie. He's a great actor, but he's barely in it. And I don't normally curse on this show, on my videos, but that ending of this movie was bullshit. That ending was straight bullshit. It didn't end. It just stopped. I'm like, Okay. I'm like, is that the ending? Is that the ending? And sure enough, it was. I'm like, I'm like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Screw this movie. And I still stand by this. Screw The Circle. Screw this movie. It gets a 2 out of 10. 2. I've never seen such a botched attempt at social commentary like this was. It's supposed to be social commentary, but it botches it so horribly that the movie is just so unenjoyable. Oh my God. Seriously, don't go see this movie. To me, this movie, if it was on TV, I'd change the channel. I wouldn't even bother watching maybe 5 minutes of it. It is really that bad. Alright, thank you everyone for watching my review. If you want to watch my last one, it is over here. And if you want to click my face right down below and subscribe, that'd be awesome. I upload at least once a week, and I'll see you guys on next time. Peace!